Welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of Linux command tutorial. In part 1, we looked at 5 basic Linux commands for every beginner. And if not watched that video, I recommend you go check it out before you come watch this one. And I'm going to leave the link in the comments and the description of this video. In this part 2, we are going to look at another 5 basic Linux commands that will make you feel more confident of whatever you're doing anytime you open your Linux terminal. My name is Mark and I teach programming on this channel. If this is the first time you're coming across my video, my channel, please do not hesitate to subscribe. Hit the bell icon to always get notification anytime I upload a new video. And without wasting any time, let's jump right in. The first command we are going to look at in this video is the cat command. Yes, cat as in meow, and the cat stands for concatenate. Concatenate is a word that describes joining two things together, joining two words together, or displaying two words together. That's what concatenate does. All right, so let us practice concatenate. We type ls to see the list of things that we have inside my project directory. All right, the cats or concatenate, what it does for us is it helps us to see or to view the content of a file in the Linux terminal. So anytime that you want to check maybe your log file, your config file on a server without opening an app or without opening the file itself, you just use the cat command and then it will show you the content of that file. So in this case, we have 4 items or 4 files in my projects directory, and we're going to check the content of text.txt. So we're simply going to do it this way. You type in the cats and then you put the file name next to it and I hit enter, and here we go. So that means inside this test.txt we have hello Linux and hello cat. That's it. We do not need to open an app before we can see the content of our file. The next command is the echo command. Echo actually means echo. You give an echo text and then it shows right there in the terminal. Okay, and also echo can be used for multiple things, which I'm going to show you. So there are different ways you can use your echo, and I'm going to show you how it works in this video. The first is to just print something in the terminal. For example, I put echo and then I use quotes. All right, in quotes I put hello echo. So I press enter. You see the text that I give to echo is printed directly in the terminal. So that's the first thing that echo does. We can also use echo to override a text in a file or a content in a file. All right, so inside text.txt we used our cat to check what we have, and we have these two text inside. Now if I use echo on text.txt, it is going to override something inside. So let's check that out. I'm going to say echo, and now if you are using it to override content in a file, you use this greater than symbol, and then I'm going to put text.txt. Okay, and then I'll put this first. Let me put hello echo. Okay, and I press. Now what I've done is I am saying take this hello echo and then put it inside text.txt, but already we have hello cat and hello Linux. So let's cat our text.txt this time and see what we have. You see, so what this single greater than sign does, it has taken the hello echo and replaced whatever that was inside the file with only the last one that we gave. Okay, so which means it doesn't continue to store items when you're using single greater than, rather it will change it and then replace it with another one and so on and so forth. So let's try it again. Right now we have hello echo. Now I'm going to change it to hello echo 2 and let's see how it works. I'll still use echo and I will put hello echo 2 and one greater than symbol, and then we put our file name. And now if we cut, you see, so that is it. Don't forget, the first function of echo is to print a text directly in the terminal, right? The second is to send a text into a file, but then a single text would be there at a time. It will continue to overwrite itself. But then the third one is to append items inside a file. So for us to use echo and append items, we type echo, and then this time I have, let's put hello world, and instead of single greater than symbol, I'll use double, and then put our text, our file name. So remember we already have hello echo 2, and now I have added hello world. Let's cut. Now you can see that we have the two text inside. What this does is to append, double greater than symbol appends items inside the file using the echo command. Now let's try to add another text. We're going to echo hello Linux that we had before. So let's cut again, and then there we go. So these three things are the functions or the basic functions of echo command in Linux. And let's go to the third one. The third command we're going to look at is the cp command. Cp stands for copy, all right? And we've been copying using the mouse, using Control C most of the time. So now let's look at how to copy using our Linux command. Okay, we're going to start by moving some files. Let's use ls, and our ls gives us these files. Now inside the my project directory, I'm going to create another directory. So let's be sure we're inside the project directory, pwd. Yeah, this is my project. So I'm going to make a directory. We have talked about this in the first part of this video. So if you watch it, you'll understand what mkdir does. So I'm going to say so let me just call it new for directory. Okay, let me call it dir. Then I'll list again. Now we have a folder, a directory inside my projects folder. So we're going to move this index.js into this directory. Let's do that. Say cp, and then I'm going to put index.js, and the next thing is the destination where I want it to be. I'll put it inside new directory folder, and I press enter. Now at this point, let us check what we have. So here, using ls, we still have all our items where they are. But then I'm going to enter this new directory folder to see if the index.js is there. If it's there, then it is successful. I'll cd and then I would list. Oh wow, so that's there. We've successfully copied a file from one folder to another, and that's very simple. Okay, let's also try this. I'm going to kind of rename this file in the same um, directory, in the same folder. You know, sometimes when you are copying, if you copy and you paste inside the same folder, it will create or maybe a backup file or just a renamed file or version of that same file. So here I'm going to do cp and index.js, and I will put new index.js and I hit enter and I do ls, and then we have the two. Okay, so it is the same copying and pasting, or you can just see it as renaming the file if you want to rename the file. All right, so that is what the cp command does. Now there are ways you can use cp commands with r flag or the I flag. Now if I want to copy a folder, okay, with cp command, it is not going to work except I give it the r flag. I'm going to go back a bit, cd dot dot, and here we are inside my projects. Yes, my projects folder. So I'm like to make a new folder here, and I'm going to call it new directory 2. Let's check that out. So we have it right here. So I want to copy this new directory 2 and put it inside this one. So let's see cp, and I put this, and then I put this one. Okay, so what this is saying is copy this one and move it into this one. So let's hit enter, and nothing is happening. You see, it says cpr not specified, omitting directory this. So what that's simply saying is you can't copy a folder using just the cp command. It is asking for the r flag. Okay, so the r flag stands for recursive meaning that, okay, go inside a folder and then bring everything inside it. Even if there are nested folders, just bring everything. That's what recursive is. And for that, I'm going to use the up arrow key to bring back the last command that we wrote. So this is it. Then I would add the r flag immediately after the cp, or better still, let me retype it again. cp small letter r, then we have new directory 2, and we're moving it into this. Then I press enter and it's gone. Okay, so here we have the file right there, but if I cd into new directory and then I list, you see that we also have this here. So that is how to copy a folder using the cp command. Now there is another flag that I would like us to test. Okay, I would like us to test. Let's go back, cd dot dot. Now here I want us to test the I flag, which stands for interactive flag. So I would like to copy the same folder. Okay, or let's make another one. Let's just call it new, and now we have our new folder inside here. I want to copy the new folder and still put it inside this one. But this time I'm going to use the I flag instead of the R flag. So I'm going to put our CP, small letter I, and then I want to copy the new and put it inside the new. Okay, so that's not working. If you omit the R flag when you're using the CP and you put the I flag, that is not going to work. So let's go on to the next. At the MV command, we've looked at the CP for copy. MV stands for move. MV stands for move. So to practice that, let's check our directories. We have a lot of directories here. So move performs two different functions, just like the CP. It can be used to move an item from one location to another, or to rename an item. Okay, so let's do it this way. I'm going to move this new folder inside this new directory. And for us to do that, unlike the CP, the move does not need the R. It doesn't need the R flag. So I just put MV and then I put the first folder that I want to move, and I put the destination folder. And then if I check, the new folder is no more here because it has been moved. All right, so this is a folder. When you're moving a folder, you don't need the arrow command. When you're moving a file, you don't need the arrow command. Now let's also move the styles.css. Let's move it to the new directory, mv styles.css, and we'll move it into the new directory folder, and it has also moved. Now let us get into the new directory folder and see what we have there. We cd into the new directory, and then we list. So here we have the new folder we moved, and here we have styles.css we moved. That's fine. Now the second function, which is how to rename a file or folder using the move command. So we're going to rename this. Okay, let me rename this new into new one. So I'll use mv new and then new one. I press enter, I list. Now we don't have new anymore, but have new one. That is what it does. So you can use it to rename a file or folder. You can also use it to move a file or folder from one location to another. Now let's go on to the fifth command, which is the most important. Last command for this video is the rm command. Rm stands for remove. Please, this is one of the most dangerous commands we have looked at so far, and you need to pay very close attention because this can mess up everything that you've spent hours doing. So like I said, we have RM, which stands for remove. What does remove does? It removes items as you give it command. And then one dangerous thing is that there is no recycle bin in Linux. I'd like to say that again. There is no recycle bin in Linux. So if you mistakenly remove something, it is gone, and it is gone for good. Now let's start with caution. First, remove is RM, and what we want to remove here, so let's remove new one. I just put new one, and he said RM cannot remove new one is a directory. So who can tell me why? Oh, yes. It's because we did not give it the recursive command, which is the R flag. So let's go again. We are going to RM with R flag, and I put new one. My God, our new one is gone actually. So let's check ls. New one isn't there. But it didn't even ask us if we want to really remove it. What if it was a mistake? So it is gone. That's why you have to be very careful with the rm command, because it doesn't give you warning before it removes it. But then let's check out something again. Let's say we want to remove new directory 2, this particular one here. So we put rm, we put the r flag, let's put the I flag, and we'll put this. You said rm remove directory 2. Oh, it's asking a question. Rm remove directory new directory 2. So it's waiting. It didn't just remove the folder. It's asking you, oh, are you sure you want to remove it? Now, if I put N for no, and we check, if we check, our new directory is still there. So it didn't remove. Now, what that means is, if you use only the recursive flag when you are typing your rm command, you will not get any warning. It will just delete your file or your folder and it's gone. But then if you add the I command, which is interactive, it will ask you, do you really want to remove it? And you put Y for yes and N for no. So let's remove it this time. And then I'm going to put rm recursive R and interactive I, and I put new directory 2, and I press. You want to remove it? Yes. I press. It's gone. Let's check. It's not there again. All right. Let's take a quick recap of what we've learned today. Today we've learned about the cat command, which stands for concatenate, that helps you to display text together. We also learned about the echo command that helps you to print text right in the terminal. It also helps you to send text inside the file and then append text in the file. That's the second command we learned today. The third command is the cp, which is copy command. The copy command is used to copy file from one location to another, or to make a duplicate of file with a different file name. That is what the cp command does. And then if you want to copy a folder, you need the r flag, which stands for recursive. The fourth command we learned in this video is the mv command. The mv command stands for move, and you can move a file from one location to another. You can use it to rename a file, or you move a folder without putting the r flag. The last command we've learned is the rm, which stands for remove, and we did say there is no recycle bin in Linux. So when you are removing, please be very, very careful, because whatever you remove, you won't get it back. We have the remove rm command, and it's advisable you use it with the I flag, which stands for interactive flag. And I forgot to tell you, you can also use the interactive flag with the cp when you are copying a folder. All right, that being said, video helped you, consider subscribing, hitting the like button, hitting the bell icon, dropping a comment. And when I see your comments, I'll feel good, and I know that you want me to keep this series going. See you in part 3.